Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here with a very familiar face to those of you who watch us, Kristin Karst, who is the Executive Vice President and co-owner of AmaWaterways. And we're here on a ship that's been long awaited here on the Danube, the AmaMagna. And we're going to talk all about that ship and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Kristin, this is really a game-changer vessel for you and for the river cruise industry, I think. Tell us a little bit about the features you think that make this AmaMagna stand out. Obviously, the size. How many passengers does it have?
192.
Okay.
So this is only about 17% more than on our traditional ships, while we have twice of the size.
Right.
And it is about the luxury of space. Our guests are wowed when they enter the ship and go into their stateroom. Because
they're really big staterooms.
The average stateroom is 355 square feet. That's normally a suite on board a traditional river cruise ship.
Yeah.
But it's not just about the luxury of the stateroom. It is about the public areas, the space. It is about having a choice of 4 different restaurants. And they are all very different, from very upscale, our chef's table, to our beautiful alfresco restaurant. And of course, having the cozy Jimmy's Wine Bar.
And that is after Jimmy Murphy, who was a good friend of mine and obviously a partner and good friend of yours, the late Jimmy Murphy passed away a few years ago. But someone said Jimmy would be appalled, but maybe kind of pleased that you named a restaurant after him.
I think he would be extremely proud, and he is with us, of course, in our heart. So all these different venues are spectacular, and the decor, and everything is very chic and cool, and our guests love it. But there's more to it. We have a lot more younger or more active guests on board again, and they have commented on how happy they are with our Zen Wellness Studio.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. You have in the stern of the ship, you actually don't have a restaurant in the stern. You have a Zen Wellness Studio with kind of a juice and water bar, and of course, healthy juice bar.
2 massage rooms now, manicure, pedicure, the hairdresser, but we also have now spinning bikes. And spinning bikes with the view, it cannot get better. Now we have almost a waiting list in the morning. We start at 6:30, earlier than we actually wanted to do it, because 7 o'clock more than, can do it than what the number of bikes that we have on board. And so this area is used very well. Of course, also the sun deck, very, very special.
It's huge, the sun deck. And that is something, when you get on this sun deck, you'll see it suddenly becomes, you say, wow, this ship is pretty wide. In fact, to the point where I said, are we going to get through the locks? Well, we just did 2, so I think we're okay so far, right?
We did 2, and we had a wonderful seafood lunch with it. Lots of wine was flowing. So I was a little bit concerned if hopefully every guest is coming down. But we have, of course, our safety, our crew around, and everything is fine. So I think this is actually a ship that caters to the taste of luxurious ocean guests, ocean passengers who have not made their entrance into river cruising because of the fear that river cruising is too limited, the staterooms are too small, there's not enough to do, not enough restaurants where they have a variety. So the AmaMagna has it all. It's truly a revolutionary ship. It's a new dimension in river cruising, and I would say it's an addition to the game. Well, because the other ships are beautiful too.
Well, absolutely. You have your existing ships are wonderful, and this is a very different kind of product. That we said as we're heading into grind right now, where we're docking right here. But the other thing about this, obviously, we're in sort of one of the libraries here. You don't have the classic big long lounge, and that's the main public space. You actually break it up a little bit, right? You're into the lounge and this, right?
Yeah, because we feel everyone wants to have their private space. Yeah. Our guests, of course, we have groups on board. It's nice to spread them out into the different areas. Even when it comes to evening entertainment, not everyone likes to enjoy the classical music that traditionally is played on a river cruise ship in the evening after dinner. Some want to play cards, some just want to chat, some want to have a family reunion. And the children they are very active using our movie theater.
Yeah, well, I just said we're right next to the movie theater here, which is a huge screen. You actually get all the television stations and the on-demand movies. It's a nice addition. I haven't really gotten a chance to try it out, although I hear when they had America won the World Cup, the American women won the World Cup, that there was quite a crowd there. Right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So this is really nice. So normally on a regular river cruise ship, you see each guest all the time. Yeah, here, everyone is like in their own corners, and the same with the restaurants. So nothing looks crowded or feels crowded. Nothing is noisy. There is so much space. It is extremely generous, the way it's built. And we believe this is the future also in river cruising.
I think you're right. At least it's part of the future along with your existing ships, but it's a very different kind of experience for the rivers. And right now you're doing the entire Danube, right? You can do the upper Danube, which we are going up. We just were in Vienna and from Budapest, and then you can go down below that, right?
Yeah, and we will do it next year. Obviously, the first year, our main area between Budapest and Wilshofen, and next year we will have quite a number of departures going the lower Danube from Budapest again, but then towards Bucharest with Serbia, Croatia, Romania, Bulgaria, and Istanbul is coming up as a very hot destination again. So we have actually our new Istanbul pre- and post-land extension.
Well, you and I will have to do that lower Danube cruise, because I've never done the lower Danube. I'd love to.
I think it is the most interesting itinerary when it comes to history. Maybe not the most beautiful when it comes to beautiful buildings and historical sites along the river, but extremely interesting. And I see today everyone wants to see the countries that were beyond the Iron Curtain. It's almost 30 years now, right? It was 89 when the world changed here in Europe, and now we have 2019.
It changed for you too, right?
It changed for me too, and I can say now I have lived the majority of my life on the other side. But I grew up, as you know, in Dresden, in the former eastern part of Germany. And I'm very happy that I did, because I see both sides.
That's it.
And I can judge and I can value, but I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, well, we have festivities coming out here, and where they're going to greet us with a band, obviously, and we're going to have a christening ceremony with Samantha Brown, who's the godmother. So we're just actually doing this right before that christening ceremony. But I guess to close, give me the 3 things you would like travel agents to remember about how to sell this beautiful AmaMagna.
Well, it is pure luxury. It is like really a floating boutique hotel, but still very homey. Yeah, it's in the comfort of your own home and your family. Your family feeling does not go away with this. And of course, this is what makes AmaWaterways really different and outstanding. It's the heart and the soul. Or our cruise managers, they have actually defined it with the word FLAPS, which means family, loyalty, enthusiasm or energy as well, passion and sparkle. And that's what you can see here across the ship, from all the crew members, the cruise manager, everyone who's here on board, but also our guests, the way how they come and take ownership of this ship. It's a delight to see it. We are absolutely excited about this. Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited to be here on this cruise, this christening cruise. It's been in operation a month or so already, but the ship is magnificent. It's a total game changer in the way river cruises operate, and I think your clients are going to love it. And again, I actually met a couple who had never been on a cruise, and this is their first cruise, not ocean or river. So obviously, it's already working for some people.
They mentioned to you, right? That's not their last cruise. And yes, we have a lot of first-time guests on board, because the Danube River is usually the river that everyone chooses when they come from either ocean to river or from land to river or wherever they come from. It's either the Danube or the Rhine. So that's why such a high number of first-time guests. But even if you're a past passenger, there's so much to do, because we offer so many different shore excursions, all in small groups, no matter if it's your biking or your hiking tour or your culinary tour, or you just do the regular city tour, so Budapest or Vienna, or tasting all the apricots that are here in season now in July, Mark Abbey. There's so much to do. So we couldn't be more happy, and we look forward to a great future with this ship, but of course also our growing fleet, because next week we will be on our newest ship, the Amamora on the Rhine River.
You just keep launching those ships. Well, Kristin, I know you got to go because you got a christening to attend, which is coming up right away. We're just doing this right before it again. Thank you again for the opportunity to be on this ship. It's been great to see you, as always, and really looking forward to the rest of our cruise and looking forward to see how this ship does in the future. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Thank you so much, James. It's always a pleasure to have you, and thank you for coming and joining us.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report on the AmaMagna.